Okay, we are back. This is game 2 of the Santa's Head tribute games that took place on October 15th, 2019. As you can see, several more players have filed in, wanting to pay their respects to the late, great Santa's Head, to the point where we now have 15 players. We have Team Overdose, with Walter White, Spy, Limp, HMP, Scratch, and Biscuit, facing off against Team Asmodean, OWO, with Sneaks, Bridgestone Tired, Akira, Raynoob, the actual WWO, Wayward One, Trevelyan, and Thalander. Let's get going. So based off the great performance by Trevelyan last game, Akira had some good moments as well. I would say that these teams are actually quite fair. Perhaps Overdose has a little more experience captaining World War II than Asmodean. He's nearly done distributing all of his units with about 19 seconds to spare. Asmodean still kind of struggling to distribute his units. Overdose still super fast, he claims.
Game on.
It'll be interesting to see who goes planes. Overdose obviously sort of known for going planes, but it is his captain's duties to play defense instead. So somebody should take his place. It appears as though Spy has stepped up to the occasion and will be going planes. Already making his way there. Meanwhile, Team Asmodean a little bit slower. It appears as though Akira might be going towards the plains, but everyone else seems to be going swamps rather. Okay, well, that's interesting. We have Asmodean, Thalander, Wayward One, Sneaks, Bridgestone Tired. All of these players appear to be going swamps, and Limp might be in some trouble. He might need to make a strategic retreat. This might be the first engagement, though. We have Spy with a Zook. Oh, that's a great Zook. Almost killing two of Akira's units. He's going to have to retreat. Spy appears to be in position to gun down his two remaining soldiers. He might not even need backup. Great work by the legendary Spy. Let's see if he can finish the job. Perhaps he was a bit enraged at the fact that he abandoned his team and he wanted to make up for it. Scratch missing with an RPG. Meanwhile, there is a confrontation going on. Limp appears to have been destroyed quite convincingly. Thalander basically admitting to a crime right there. Yeah, what we see now, this is actually quite interesting. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 13 soldiers in the swamps. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 players on Overdose's hill. It appears as though Thalander is trying to push the action. But I think Sneaks and these players, Asmodean, Bridgestone Tired, they appear happy to just kind of sit in the swamps and maybe just trade blows with Team Overdose from a disadvantageous position. It's clear that Thal wanted to push this, but the other guys don't appear to have been game. What's going on here? Oh, jeez. We have Walter White making a push on the flag. Ray Noob, it looks like, has walked off the flag. All Walter White has to do is tag this flag or shoot this guy. Instead, he throws a sideways grenade. Walter, all he has to do is kill this guy. He shot the wrong person, and then he gets zooked. Oh well. But again, if we look at this swamps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 against 5. Or I guess this guy came out of nowhere. 6 on 6, I guess. Yeah, this Swamps attack definitely has fizzled out. Falander, though, still slugging it out in this little pocket. Meanwhile, his backup, Bridgestone tired, Sneaks. Oh, perhaps Sneaks is making a push. Not really sure. But, yeah, this has completely fizzled out. We have Walter White engaging Trevelyan and Akira with Ray Noob in support. He is making a tactical retreat, which is probably for the best. Meanwhile, this defensive line of Limp, Biscuit, Overdose, and Scratch really just completely repelled that 13-soldier force by Team Asmodean, and as you know, the captain himself sort of forced to retreat. Falander trying to perhaps help out his teammates a little bit after getting some ammo. But nice RPG there. Oh, nice grenade. This has really been Asmodean's team to lose, and unfortunately, he's losing. We have a 2-on-2 brewing between Biscuit and Thalander. Thal opting to zook one of these trees instead of Biscuit. We see that Spy is the lone defender with Akira and Wayward One coming up the sides. This is a bit concerning. I think if they were to just rush this, they might have taken him out. Overdose caught with his pants down, going to get some heals or perhaps some more ammo. Helping to reinforce the flag. And yeah, I think the opportunity for the rush is over. On the other side, we have Scratch with an RPG. Oh, yeah, all Scratch has to do is tag this. This game is over.
Flag lost.
All right. So there you have it. Again, this was a very interesting game because you typically never see so many players in the swamps. And if I recall correctly, there were 13 players at one point versus maybe 7, 8 soldiers on Overdose's team. Perhaps several of those were even zombies, so it might have been even less. I absolutely believe that Swamps force, led by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Falander, you could tell that he really wanted to push the action in the swamps, but the other soldiers, the other players, were just not up to the task, and eventually that force fizzled out. On the other side of the coin, though, there was some great defensive play by Biscuit, by Limp, I believe, Overdose, who was on the flag, Scratch, of course, Spy. I'm not sure if he was playing defense, but of course, if you recall that brilliant zook that he had to kill, or at least heavily damage 2 of Akira's soldiers, that was a great way to kick off the plains engagement. And so great work by Spy, and I think that the play by Overdose's team was quite convincing, but I do believe that Asmodean's team, had they made that push in the swamps, could have stolen this game. And perhaps Walter White, it was interesting to see him potentially steal the flag and close out the game a lot earlier, instead opting to throw a sideways grenade and basically shooting at everybody except the soldier who was standing on the flag. And then, of course, he got zooped in the back, and both of his soldiers died. So, interesting to see that. Good effort by Walter White. Poor execution, perhaps, but at least hopefully he will go back to the drawing board and come back stronger next time. But yeah, it was a fun game, and let's move on to the next one.
Team eliminated. Game